Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, I will be sharing a series of video how to use Excel. I will start my first series with Excel shortcuts. So this is the first video. I will be posting another couple of videos on shortcuts. Okay, so let's get started. I will be sharing these list of shortcuts. Now, for many people, they might find it very common and easy, but for others who are still new to Excel, they might find it useful. And I will be sharing more advanced shortcuts in the future. So the first one is Ctrl plus C. And when I say Ctrl plus C, that means I press Ctrl. While pressing Ctrl, I press C. So that's copy. And these are mostly universal for all Microsoft Office. So if I press Ctrl while and keep pressing Ctrl and then press C, that's copy. To paste that, I could go to any empty cell and hit Enter. That's paste, right? Or I'm just gonna delete that. I could Ctrl C, that's copy. Go to any empty cell, Ctrl V, that's paste, and that is the second shortcuts here. Ctrl plus V, that means a paste. Okay. Ctrl plus X, that is cut. So when I press Ctrl and while pressing Ctrl again, I press X, that's cut. If I go somewhere else and hit Enter, it cut the entire content with the entire cell actually. And if it includes function or formula or it has a format, it will also cut the entire cell. I'm gonna redo that by Ctrl Z, that's undo. And by the way, Ctrl Y, that's redo. This is quite interesting and helpful. I find it very effective when I'm using Excel. So Ctrl Z, that's undo. Ctrl Y, that's redo. There is also when we want to cut a cell or move a cell actually, we could do this interesting thing. We just put the cursor on the cell we want to move, and we drag the cursor until it gives me this black cross or plus sign with these little arrows. When I see this sign, I could move, as you can see, could move the cell wherever I want. Not only one cell, even a group of cells, I could move them wherever I want. However, if you put the cursor without these little arrows at the corner, that's something else that kind of replicate the functions or drag the functions down. We will come to that later in a different video. But now let's focus on these basic shortcuts. Ctrl P, that initiates the print page quickly. You just hit Ctrl P, that it opens the print page. And I will be posting a video actually for printing huge or big sheets and how to fit big data into one sheet, whether it's a landscape or portrait. I've struggled a lot with that, with this specific function in Excel, so I'll be posting a special video how to print that. Ctrl O, that's open, that opens anything. Instead of going to File and then Open, you could just hit Ctrl plus O. It will automatically open the open page in Excel. Ctrl S, that's save. You know, I automatically keep pressing Ctrl save because I learned a very hard lesson not to save frequently when I'm using Excel or Microsoft Office in general. So Ctrl S, that saves the workbook. And by the way, if you're using the latest version of Microsoft Excel and you have OneDrive, you have an option to autosave, but you have to be working on OneDrive to autosave. It's very helpful, but I still find it not very much helpful because, for example, if you deleted a sheet and it automatically saved, boom, that's it. You cannot go back. Okay, so let's now move to the following shortcut, which is Ctrl U. That's underline. You see, you could underline your text or cells or whatever by coming to this page, to this home font part of the edit and press underline. And you could do that also by pressing underline. I will be also teaching you how to do these quick selection, but let's now focus on getting these done. Also, another function for font edit, which is bold. Control B, that activates the bold feature, or you can edit the font by making it bold by hitting Control B. And again, I keep saying that you need to keep pressing B. You need to keep pressing Control when you want to use these shortcuts. And the last one is Italic. That's this, I don't know, a little bit edit of the font. That's Italic. Control I, that's a shortcut for Italic. Now it's start to make sense, you see. Control S save, Control O open, Control P print, Control B bold, Control U underline, and so on. Now with Control T or L, both of them works just fine. If you want to create a table, just hit Control T, and this creates a table. This is very interesting. I will also be posting a series of video how to create table, how to use tables on Excel, because many people use pivot tables, but not many people actually using table, and tables are very, very powerful feature of Microsoft Excel, and they're actually the basic of all database, whether Access, Power BI, Power Query, SQL even. Tables are the basic of all databases. I'm going to show you just quickly how to do that, but I will undo that. If you click OK, you have your table here. Let's undo that, and let's try Control L. Control L again, and here it asks you that my table has header or not, but we will come into that in different video. Okay, now Control D, Control plus D, that fills down. This is something very interesting. I'm going to show you how to do that, but first let's look at the right corner of the screen. You see the fill, okay? You can fill down, right, up, and left, okay? Now there are only two shortcuts for down and right. I don't know why they don't have any shortcuts for up or left. I think it would have been really helpful, but these shortcuts are really powerful. I'm going to show you. If you select this entire column here, okay, and then do that, press Shift and right arrow, it's you have shaded this area, and then you hit Control R, that's fill right. See, kind of magic here. And imagine if you're having a lot of formulas and you want to replicate, boom, with a click of a button, you replicated an entire column, or you could replicate an entire row. For example, I'm coming to the end of my small table here and small data set, and I press Control plus D, that's fill down. So Control D, that fills down, Control R, that fills right. Later on, I'll be posting another advanced video on using dynamic VLOOKUP with match, and I will show you that Control D and Control R are very amazing techniques that could save you a lot of time and effort while using dynamic VLOOKUP. So again, this is, imagine if I have a letter here and I wanted to fill it down, I press Control D, or I could select this same cell and scroll down without, if I scroll down with this white plus sign, it does not replicate anything. And then I hit Control D, it fills it to the end of my selection. Same for Control Right. If I select this range and I hit Control R, that fills the entire range I've selected with the same content of the cell here. Okay, let's delete everything and go to finish our list for today. Control F, that is find. This is really, really powerful. Find and replace. And again, in a future video, I'll be showing you how you can edit an endless number of functions if you want to edit a function with replace. So Control H, that is find. It opens this find and replace. Actually, you could also activate it from here in the right part of the screen. You have find, replace, go to. A lot of details, we will come into all of that, but let's now focus on find. Ctrl H, sorry, Ctrl F, that's find what? If I type here copy, the keys are not important, this is not a case sensitive, and I hit enter, it goes directly to the first cell. So this is the C4, it includes the text copy. If I type here Ctrl Ctrl, okay, it goes to the all cells that includes part of that text. As you can see here, I'm clicking next, and it's selecting each one of them. I press find all. It gives me all the finds, all the cells that includes these in this small part of this dialog. Now and you have a more advanced option here. So now let's focus on the basics. Now, you could also replace, I really love the replace function. Let's hide the options. Okay, so I'm going to replace all these with, for example, A, B, C. Okay, and I will hit replace all. Boom. All done. We made 34 replacement, 43 replacement, sorry. As you can see, it changed every single control word to ABC. Now I'm gonna hit Ctrl Z, that's undo. And this is the power of find and replace. I use it very, very much, and I'm gonna show you also in the future how you could use that within the same function. If you're writing a long functions, a complicated functions, and you want to edit that, you could just do that by find and replace. Ctrl N, that's for new. I think that's pretty straightforward. You just, this is a new workbook, okay? And Ctrl A selects all. This is quite interesting. If you press Ctrl and A, it automatically selected the data set you're working in. If you have a table, it will select the entire table. If you click Ctrl A one more time, it selects the entire sheet you're working in. And again, Control, if your cursor is outside the data set, it will automatically select the entire sheet. But however, if your cursor within the data set, it will select only your data set. You have to click Control and A one more time to select the entire sheet. Okay, so I hope that was effective, and I hope this will help you using the Excel in more effective way. I will be posting shortly a few videos on further shortcuts, more advanced shortcuts. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please tune in for the following videos. Cheers. Bye-bye.